Growing up, it was a little bit harder for us to be able to actually convince our friends,
Yeah.
hey, let me go ahead and
Oh,
chop
yeah.
a video game. You got laughed at. But when you try, but with now, Kirby Dad is louder than SFL at points. However, Purple Guy kind of loud, so he's kind of hard to challenge with that. But we're going to see the Lucas.
That's the voice I'm hearing, of
Yeah,
course.
I just heard him.
Of course,
Yep.
that's Purple Guy. Did see that Ed was going to be in the venue. You could hear him making all the ruckus in the crowd. But ChocoTaco going out with the Lucas. He's investing out here. You were talking about selling that. You got to pay for that equipment. Well, you know what? ChocoTaco's here to show off the Lucas for a reason. You know what? Playing K-Rool, aside from the disadvantage that you're forced to try to come back from, you're a big body. And that's going to be something that Lucas wants to try to take advantage of.
Now, one of the things that he's got to be careful with Lucas is you can combo like crazy, but it will be a little bit harder to net the KO later because you want to find that down tilt to fair. They are getting loud. They are going off. And I would love to see the perspective of where Kirby Dad is, just like yelling back at him. It'd be so funny. But you have to watch out for how many times you use PK Fire because it is a reflector attached to K-Rool. So that can absolutely hurt. As he uses this one to check the cannonball there.
Okay, the PK Fire stopping the cannonball as momentum, actually. And that's going to be something interesting here for ChocoTaco to take note of. But the follow-up, you saw
Oh my God!
It's not safe. There's nowhere for you to run.
Don't challenge this man at ledge. That's why we were saying before, KirbyKid is so good, not only at ledge, but ledge reversals. And just, had to read, but actually, never mind. He went for dash tech, went for deck chase. Tech chase to try and get that over there. I've been talking a lot today, but it's still, this is a very good situation. Trying to get the PK freeze does not get the hit though, Vicky.
Yeah, no, it's just been intense so far from the very start, and that's what I love to see. This chaos, 179, you see him go through the platform, and you see him trying to get that here as ChocoTaco is stuck by the ledge, but Choco immediately answers back. It's only 57% here. Not too bad, but when you're by the ledge, we saw what happened before for that first off.
That was really good from Choco, too, establishing the fact, like, I know you like the full hop. That's what K-Rool's want to do all the time, so I'm going to anti-air you with this up air and take it out. But this is not a large lead. So 88, almost got the tech chase there. I got the words out that time with the dash attack, which would have been great. Now you're forced, don't stall too much at ledge. We saw what happened last time.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what KirbyKid wants. He wants you to feel that pressure by the ledge. That's where he extends the most, and this is exactly where Choco is now responding back. It's the revenge, the B reverse on the PK Fire, but doesn't get behind KirbyKid, so he tries to jump away at disadvantage. Can he get away? No, he can't.
Read the mash out. That's a check. You have to make sure you pass the test. You either mash out or you take the forward smash when they read the no mash. It's so hard to deal with, but KirbyKid reads that all the time. It's a 50-50 that feels like it's true, but good tech. Yeah, he's just so consistent at getting those techs. It's going to be very hard to land that.
Talk about pairing now, too. Aside from these techs, both Choco and Kirby have been on point with their pairing. Goes through the platform again. Another mix-up here. Choco low, air dodges off the stage. So scary here because you see KirbyKid still putting on that pressure. Choco is playing a lot more patiently, but with this roll, you can see KirbyKid understanding, all right, he's playing on the defensive. He's going to be able to turn around. He's trying to roll a lot more often, and he feels that here. 122%, and with 81%, that's a K-roll with range.
KirbyKid's doing a really good job of conditioning shield right now because he's been swinging jabs a lot on shield intentionally. He knows he's probably going to get whip punish because he's up a stock. What you do there is you set up them to hold shield on that last stock so you can find that grab for free at ledge, which is a lot harder to dip around to get away from that pressure. Somehow didn't get hit by down smash at ledge. Choco's got to be very scared about how often he's been hit, otherwise he's going to get snatched up. But he does get him with the tail end, and we're on last stock here.
Yeah, you even saw the attempt on whether he was going to either tech or whether he was going to try to air dodge there. You saw it in the little bubble, but it's tricky too because it does have a nice little bubble pop-up, and that's why when you're off the stage there, you see ChocoTaco use that PK Thunder. It's a little tricky to try to get around that, but KirbyKid still 0%, 100% here, but it doesn't matter when it's K-roll. Just going to try to toss this out with Choco now, forced to play off the ledge. You cannot tether onto the ledge in front of KirbyKid.
My goodness, what a good blunderbuss in that spot because he hadn't gone for that prior. He'd only covered roll with that.
Yeah.
He only ever covered roll with that. You know, I forgot about the fact that that tether does bring you slightly up from the ledge, and you just get pulled right out from that. That is huge because now you force ChocoTaco to always have to recover with PK Thunder 2 a majority of the time, which lets you trade with Nair or just challenge it with the counter.
Or you have to take the guess, too. You have to take the guess whether he is going to go for that or whether he wants to go for the roll weed instead. He could just place himself perfectly in position from the roll distance of the ledge and still react to that because it's such a long animation nonetheless. He was kind of horizontal to the stage, too. I'm curious if going below it would have still popped him up, regardless, but it would still be in such a bad situation because you don't want to be below the ledge to recover. We saw what happened before.
Exactly. You could also just take a down air at the ledge off the
Exactly,
too, because that K-Rool down air goes through stage, and it is massive. There are big feet attached to that. Like, the problem with that matchup in general, the way that Choco was trying to approach it, was he tried to basically play it like a standard heavy, but he was not challenging it in the way that heavy can also zone. Most other heavies like a DK or a Bowser, they have to deal with that pressure pretty much for free, but the fact that K-Rool can also shoot back at you changes up the plan that Lucas needs, and that makes it a bit more difficult here, especially as we go into game 2.
And tanking some of those projectiles too to close in the gap, that's also extremely important because that's not the space that ChocoTaco wants to be able to build for himself, so that way he can keep up the pressure.
Yeah, now running it here to Battlefield makes it a little bit easier to find some of your combos, and it makes it harder for KirbyKid to safely land, because even though you have access to multiple platforms, ChocoTaco could empty jump underneath you and bait it out. But you have to watch out for the return of that crown. He could go for jab 1, get some big damage off of that.
Ooh, Zaire into the dash attack right there too. Tries to keep him, but again, that crown just stopping the PK Thunder. We saw what happened before with the PK Thunder. Picks up the crown right as he comes back here. The KirbyKid, even though he was by the ledge, he takes all this pressure, but he benefits off of this.
Oh my goodness, and this Tekken music do be hitting, much like Choco right now, getting that ledge pressure. Oh, I think he tried to end it early to get KirbyKid to get up attack there, but it was too soon. You have to stay still. That's a matchup check. At ledge, it does not remove you from ledge. Let it end, and then take the follow-up ledge trap read after, but you can instantly react to that and just catches him with the up air.
I feel like at this point, KirbyKid understands that this is what is going to be able to help him with this matchup. It's a matter of lack of matchup knowledge from ChocoTaco's part. He does manage to get that here, but I thought that was going to be another tech situation. He was at 141-2. Mind you, he still was able to get that first tech, but the second one did not set up for that. And there's that crown toss. Manages to go right through that PK fire and has enough time to shield there, but 34% in favor of ChocoTaco. You hear the crowd going absolutely crazy. You talk about Purple Guy. They're trying to feed him that energy. He does manage to Zaire right back towards the ledge here. I like the little bounce so that way he can end up on top of KirbyKid. But KirbyKid now, again, still holding roll distance by the ledge to keep up that pressure. It's just been a mix-up here, and
trying to read the no match that time.
You gotta get the check. The match.
He's gone for it a couple of times now, and just the way that KirbyKid's been controlling the option coverage, he's always has something as a backup. He utilizes multiple options, but using F tilt just to keep him in, and that time reading it out, gets the out smash. You see ChocoTaco raising them shoulders, trying to wake up. The crowd has gotten in, and when people do that, they tend to push hard as he gets a lot of damage really quick, Vicky.
He's feeling himself. You saw it. You saw him get the little stretch in. You saw him come back down from the heaven platform and immediately start swinging. Great way to try to avoid that PK Thunder, go all the way to the other side, but look how close he was from making it. That was exactly what you said. Perfect there. Timing for ChocoTaco, because now that difference, that gap that was bridged up by KirbyKid isn't as big anymore. And now he's feeling the energy. He wants to keep this up.
Exactly, and for KirbyKid, he's a new one on the come up. He has been in this position a few times, but if you get somebody who keeps just jumping into it, he didn't go for that a single time prior. You thought that you were going to get back safe because I didn't do anything about it all the other times. He goes and challenges that tether, which puts you in disadvantage. It doesn't matter because he kept it in his back pocket. This kid is super smart.
I had like a mini pop-off because we hadn't seen that at all. That was the first time he actually tried to go off stage to try to contest him right there. The entire time, other than